Nice and tall. Make sure you have that pencil in your hand so that you can see the whole time. And we're going to do an activity right now. Now, you are going to start having to read a lot of stuff on computers, correct?
Yes.
Because everyone go, that's because we're modern kids. That's right. Do you think when I was a kid we had computers? No. Everyone say, you're old, Mrs. Fetzer. That's right. I didn't have all the lucky stuff that you have. You get to look at stuff on the computer. You get to do all those things, right? So watch what we're going to do. I'm going to show you when you get things on the computer to read. When you are reading on the computer, there's a way to read information. What is your name? Love how you just fixed everything. Adrian, you knew I was working on the board. You made sure that you could see. That's excellent. That's what I would see in college. Okay, I see everybody's making sure they can see the board, they're ready to write, they're ready to go. That's excellent. That's what I'm looking for. Now, I want you to pretend we're going to put this up on the screen, okay, so that we can read it. Okay, so sometimes you're going to be on the computer and you're going to have to read more than one article, correct? Yes. Okay. Just because I don't want to even touch this paper because I'm terrified right now. Do you understand my fear? Okay. I am just going to say that there's going to be 2 different articles right here. How many?
2.
So everyone go like this. Say, step 1.
Step 1.
When I'm reading on the computer, I count how many articles. How many articles are we going to be reading?
2.
All right, so on your paper, what you're going to do is you're going to, okay, can everyone see this?
Yes.
All right, you're going to be able to see? Okay, now, here we go. How many articles do I have?
2.
So, watch what you're going to do. You're going to go to your paper, put your finger where you think it's about the middle of the page. Then, just go straight down. Now, wow, remember how I said that I saw people in here acting like college kids? I love how quickly people are taking notes, very quickly. I love this. Now we're going to look at the first column. This is where we're going to take notes on Article 1. What are we going to do? Notes on Article 1. What are we going to do?
Notes on Article 1.
Then this column are notes on Article
2.
Okay, I want you to go to the top of your paper here and just put like a light bulb in it. When I see my paper here, it says Desert Southwest Cultural Region. Let's read that. Ready, everyone? Go. Desert Southwest Cultural Region. I don't know about you, but when I read something like that, all of a sudden I'm like, I don't even know what I just read. So let's act it out. Are you ready? First of all, desert.
Desert.
What could I do for desert? Maybe like this, like it's hot. Ready? Everyone go. Desert.
Desert.
South, what?
Southwest.
So which way is south? South. And then which way am I going to go for west?
Left. The beach. Towards the right. Left.
You know what? Let's look at it more like this. Let's look at it like this. Let's go over here. First of all, let's go over to our notes. What did we say, first of all, for desert? It's kind of hot. What could I draw here for desert?
A sun.
Put a sun there. Ooh, look how people are doing that right away. I love it. It's already done. Now, desert, and then what did it say? Southwest. Now, this is talking about history, and you are in 4th grade. What history are you studying about? Are you studying about the entire world or just your state? So if I talk about Southwest, what should I draw here? The world or your state?
State.
Okay, so let's put your state here. This is kind of like a quick California there. Do you see that? Put your arm up for California. Kind of bend it a little bit. So now, what are we talking about, everybody? The desert. And now, here's California. Where is south? On the top or the bottom? Okay, let's touch the bottom. South. And then where am I going? West. Which way am I going if I'm going west? The water's over here and land is over here. Which way am I going towards? The water. Ready? Let's do it. Go. Desert. Southwest. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that up on our notes. So where are we talking about? Here's California. Let's put some water. Am I going to put an X up here?
No. Yes. No. No.
Here?
No.
Here, way over here?
No.
There's south, but where am I going? West. Southwest, right there. So I'm going to go over here, southwest. I'm going to circle that bottom part. Okay, let's do it again. Ready, guys? Go. Desert, southwest, and then what does it say? Cultural. What is culture? Somebody's culture. Tell the people at your table, what is someone's culture? Hey, let's go in here and look at this culture. What am I looking at right away when I look at them? Am I looking at where they're going to go, or am I going to look at how they live, how they dress, what they eat when I look at somebody? How they live, how they so it's telling me about the people, and if I know how they live, if I know what they eat, if I know what they dress, and also, what else could I do when I look at their culture? Tell the people at your table quickly. Number 26. What else? What else?
How they celebrate.
How they celebrate? So how they celebrate different things? Let's give a ooh to our friend over here. Ooh. And let's give a ooh here. Ooh. So ready, everybody? Let's go back and now let's look at it. Ready, go. Cultural. So what am I going to do for cultural? Okay, how they live? And then what's the last word? Region. Where's the region? Oh, so are we already there? Yeah. Everyone go like this. Go desert southwest. We're already there. That's the region. What's the region? Desert southwest. All right, let's say the whole title now. Ready, set, go. Desert southwest. Cultural. Region. Tell the people the title. Go. Okay, so guys, we have, it's the desert, right? Because we have the sun. We know it's in the southwest. When they say cultural, what should I draw here? What am I looking at when they say cultural? Show me, what should I draw? House, okay. So I'll just put, now, are they really going to be living in a house like we live in? No. No, I'm just going to put a house for, I'm going to see how they live. What else? Okay, so can I just go like this? Like put a person and then like what they're wearing? Yeah. And they're not wearing that, are they? No. So I know their clothes, what they wear, how they live. What else?
How they eat.
So maybe I'll put a big face like with a tongue like, what food they're eating. And then what else?
How they celebrate.
So let's just put celebrate here and how they celebrate. Let's put a line straight across there because now we captured our title. And why do I have the light bulb here? Is this going to be a story or is this information?
Information.
So what's the light bulb doing? It's going to be the idea. All right, and what source is this? Is this source 2 or source 1?
Source 1.
So let's put a 1 there so that we can remember this is source 1. So we are now in our notes knowing this is source 1. It's information. It's telling me about this southwest region of California. It's the desert. And I'm going to learn about the people who live there, what they dress, how they eat, what they dress in, their clothing, their homes, how they celebrate. Tell the people what this article is about. Ready? Go. Okay, come on back to me. Look how that title took a little while, but now we know what we're looking for, right? Okay, I need everybody to sit up nice and tall because this next part is really important. Are we ready? What did you tell me? Because when you're reading a story, do you read it the same way you read information? No. Everyone go, no. No. What is this? Is this a story or is it information? Information. All right. Now, all we see are a bunch of paragraphs here, right? Yes. Okay, so now watch what we're going to do. We're going to go like this. Watch me. Go to paragraph 1. You say that. Go to paragraph 1. Underline the first sentence. Underline the first sentence. Then underline the last sentence. Then underline the last sentence. Of what? Of paragraph 1. So let's say it again. Don't do it yet. Ready? I'm going to be doing it on here. You're going to tell me what to do. Go to paragraph 1. Underline the first sentence and the last sentence. Then you're going to go to all the other paragraphs and underline the first. So watch me. When it's information, what am I going to do? Underline the first, last, first. What am I going to do? Underline the first, last, first. Okay, watch. I'm going to listen to you tell me. Where am I going to go first? I'm going to underline something. First paragraph, and then what am I going to underline? Okay, now, everybody watch me for a minute. I have to just say something to you. Have you ever had a time that you have the highlighter in your hand, you start to underline, and you forget what you're doing, and you just keep going? Yes. I still do that as an adult. So let me show you a secret. Are you ready? And you don't need a highlighter out, guys, because I'm the only one with the article. I'm with this, okay? Next time, will you have the article? Yes. Okay, the first time I'm just going to show you. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the first period here. Then I'm going to go backwards. That way I know that I don't just keep highlighting. Do you see my trick? Okay, now where am I going to go? That's my first. Where am I going to go now? Last. Okay, so now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the period, and then I'm going to highlight. Ooh, wait a minute. That's a vocabulary word there. Technology is. So this is, everyone go like this, say, that's a definition. That's a definition. So if I see a definition as the last sentence, then I need to go to the sentence before it and underline that one. Okay? So if I see a definition, what do I need to do? Underline the sentence before it. Now we have our sentences underlined in the first paragraph. Now what am I going to do? Ready, everyone? Go. First. Okay, let me go to the first one. Oops, start at the period. Let me start at the period. And okay, are we good? All right, now watch. Go to your paper, and you are going to, oops, I forgot to go over here. What paragraph is this, everybody? First paragraph. What sentence is it? So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to label this 1F for first paragraph, first sentence. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put 1L for first paragraph, last sentences. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put what? Number 2. Then this is going to be number 3. And this is number 4. Okay, now we're going to take notes. Are you ready? Go over to your paper and write 1L on your paper. What sentence am I going to read? Number 3 or not 1L. Oop, everyone, lift your brain. Give me your brains. Close your brains up. You're going to give me some of your brains too, mister. He's like, I'm not giving you any of my brains. All right, are you ready? I said 1L for the first paragraph, last sentence. Did I want to read the last sentence or the first sentence? First. All right, put 1F, and I'm just going to put a circle around it so it looks like an F. All right. Now we are going to read that sentence. Ready? Let's read it. Life in the desert Southwest could be difficult. Who or what are they talking about? And what information are they telling us about the desert Southwest? Whose life are we talking about? You know what? Just go ahead and leave it like that. Yeah, that's fine. All right, are you ready? So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my desert, maybe I'll put like a cactus. And then whose life? Is it going to be animals or are they talking about the people? People. So maybe I'll put the people here. And then what's my one word that I'm going to put? And what word am I going to look for? Is the life easy or difficult? Difficult. That's right. What word am I going to write? Difficult. Write difficult right there. Or what's another word I could use instead of difficult?
Stressful.
Stressful, hard. Maybe I'll just put hard. It's a hard life. Oh, this is a hard life here in the desert.
It's a hard knock life.
Tell your people at your table, why would life be difficult or hard in the desert? Tell the people at your table, go. Okay, eyes up here. Ooh, look how everybody just stopped when I said eyes up here. I love this group. Number 3, where are you? Why would life be difficult in the desert? And do human beings need water?
Yes.
To hydrate yourself, that's right. Yeah, so now, what do we know about the desert so far? That the life is pretty?
Hard.
Okay, so now, what are we going to do next? We're going to read the next sentence. Are you ready? That's underlined. What is that going to start with? Ah. Okay, are you ready, my friends? Let's read it. Go. American Indian groups developed many technologies to help them adapt to these harsh conditions. Okay, now let me say something. Hold on. Let's read that sentence again, all right? But let's act it out. American Indian groups. Does that mean one or a lot? A lot. And when it's a group, is it one group or are there many? Many. And what do American Indians call their groups? Tribes. Ah, okay. So let's go back and read it. Ready, go. American Indian groups developed. What could I use for develop? What motion is developed? Developed. Okay. Many technologies. I'm not sure what technologies mean. So over here, there was another sentence that told me what technologies mean. Do you see it? Yes. Let's read that sentence. Technology is the use of scientific knowledge to solve problems. What problems would they have in the desert, the American Indians?
Food, water.
Oh my gosh. Okay, then let's go back. Ready, go. American Indian groups developed many technologies to help them adapt. What would adapt mean? Does it mean to stay the same or change? Change. Okay, let's do it again. Ready, go. American Indian groups developed many technologies to help them adapt to harsh conditions. What could I do for harsh conditions? What conditions are harsh in the desert? What's making, oh, ready? Harsh conditions. Read that sentence and act it out to the people at your table. Ready, go. American conditions. Okay, who or what are we talking about, everybody? Okay, and what's another way to say that, though? Okay, so let's put one L, and we're going to put tribes. So first paragraph, which sentences are we doing? The last sentences. These tribes. What information did they tell you about these tribes? Tell the people at your table, don't tell me. The heat, not having much water, okay. So let's put the tribes, what did they use? So let's write technology. And then, how did they use the technology to do what? Ooh, solve problems. Let's do that. And what problems are we going to solve? Solve from what? The harsh conditions of what? So from the heat of the desert, what else would be problems in the desert? Too much heat, not enough what?
Water.
To solve problems about heat and water. Wow, I love it.
What is that one? It has an SD.
This one? That's S-O-L-V-E, solve. Sorry. Solve problems. Let's go back and read our notes. Are you ready, guys? Okay, let's go up here. In the Southwest Desert region, which people are we talking about? Okay, then let's do it. Go. In the Southwest region of California, Native Americans, what do they do? Had different ways they. So what am I looking at when I say eat? Their culture. Had a culture. Okay, ready, go. In the Southwest region of California, Native Americans had their own. In this desert, their life was really hard. The tribes used technology to solve the problems like from the heat and not having enough water. Okay, what number am I going to write down now? 2. Put a number 2 there. What are we now reading for? What are we reading for? I am going to have you do the following. Are you ready? Well, let's just read number 2. Read it. Ready, everyone, go. One problem was getting food. So, what are we talking about here? Getting food. Is that, if they're telling me that there was a problem about getting food, is that telling me about how they solved their problems and life was hard? No. Or do I need to read on? Read on. Okay, so I know it's something about food, but let's find out about the food. Let's read it. Ready, go. Ooh, let me highlight that. Okay, let's do it. Ready? So what are we looking for? We're looking for what, everybody? The tribes, technology, and how they solve their from the heat and not having enough water. Okay, let's read it again. One problem was getting food. What is agriculture?
Dictionary. We have dictionaries.
Well, before you do that, but what is agriculture? What would that be? Let's read on in the sentence and see if we can figure out what agriculture means. You ready, guys? Go. Agriculture could give the people a stable food source, but much of the region was too dry for farming. What's agriculture then? It gives you a clue. Right there it tells you what it is, exactly what it tells you. Let's read it. Agriculture could give people a stable food source, but much of the region was too dry for. What is agriculture? Tell the people at your table. All right, let's stop and come back. Are you ready? Let's now break the sentence apart and we'll see if you're right. Go ahead. Agriculture gives people a stable food source. Do you see that comma there?
Yeah.
Everyone say comma, comma, comma. I need to circle that comma. That means there's 2 parts to the sentence. Go to your paper, where number 2 is, draw 2 boxes. We're now going to take notes for each box. Let's say the first part. Ready, guys? Go. Agriculture. Agriculture could give people a stable food source. So what are we talking about there?
Giving a stable food source.
Okay, so put some people here, and then what are they going to have in their hands? Food. And what's going to give it to them?
Agriculture.
Okay, write agriculture. So agriculture is going to give the people food, but we're not sure what agriculture is. Let's read the second half of the sentence. Ready? Everyone go over here, ready, go. But much of the region. Where's the region? Everyone show me where the region is.
Southwest.
Ready, go. But much of the region was too dry for...
Farming.
What is agriculture? Farming. And it's your source of food. And how do you get that source of food? Do you hunt or farm?
Farm.
Let's put farming there. And could they farm there?
No.
So what am I going to put on the farming? Am I going to keep it that way or put a slash across it?
Slash.
But they couldn't.
It's too
dry. What's that mean? They don't have enough?
Water.
Water. Oh my goodness. Okay, for a minute. So now, where are we? We are in the, everyone think about where you are. You're in the Southwest. It's really
Hot.
You need to, you're a tribe. What do you need to do? You need to have
Water.
shelter, clothing. Okay, right now we're talking about food. Do you have enough food?
No.
Because it's too
Hot.
Hey, I'm going to go ahead and farm. Can you farm?
No.
Because it's too
Hot.
and there's not enough?
Water.
Okay, are they telling me enough information here about how they about their technology, or do I still need to learn about their technology? Then everyone say, read on.
Read on.
Okay, let's read it. Ready, go. An early group we now call the Anasazi used technology to solve this problem. Okay, let's read that. Ready, go. An early group. Group of what? Anasazi. And what are they? A tribe. Ready, go. An early group called the Anasazi. Okay, use technology to solve this problem. What problem? Heat to do what? Okay, let's read on. Let's find out what the final one is. Ready? Let's see what they did. So what are we going to find out? What they did what? The technology they used. Let's find it. Ready, go. The Anasazi. Okay, let's act it out. Ready? The What do? They dug ditches to bring waters from streams to fields of crops such as corn, beans, and cotton. What technology, what did they do to solve this problem? What were they doing if they had fields of beans, cotton, and corn? What was that? Are they hunting?
No.
What are they doing?
Farming.
So how did they solve the problem? They used?
Technology.
So let's go to that. Let's go to number 2. Let's add this. What did they do? How did they use technology? What did they do?
Making a ditch.
Make the ditch. And what goes in the ditch?
Water.
Water. And where's the water coming from?
Stream.
Put streams here. And then what did they use the water for?
Crops.
And what kind of crops?
Beans, corn, and cotton.
Oh my gosh. If they didn't figure that out, would their group have been able to stay there?
No.
So now they're able to stay in that area. Okay, put your pencil down. Look at me. This is when you start making connections. Have you ever driven out where there's a desert?
Yes.
Okay, look straight up at me. I know that you're going to look straight up at me. You ready? You're in the desert. What are you going to do right away when you're in the car? Are you going to say roll down the window or turn on the air conditioning?
Turn on the air conditioning.
Okay, I'm not. I'm turning it off.
What?
Now what is it?
Hot.
Roll down the window.
Still gonna be hot. Still hot. More hot.
Now, you're going to look around and someone's going to say, do you know there were people that lived out here? What are you going to say right away?
Wow.
Are you kidding me? How did they live out here? And what are you going to say, experts? Well, what did they do?
They dug ditches.
So they could? Now, what if you started like this? Go back in the car, make sure your family's there. Everyone's going, wow, it's really hot. Ready, go.
Oh, it's really hot.
Okay, now what are you going to say? You know, there were people that used to what? And what did they do for their food?
They dug ditches.
But what did they do? Did they hunt or farm?
Farm.
And now I'm in the car going, how can you farm out here? All I see is dry sand. Tell me, how?
They dug and the water comes in.
Oh my gosh, I wonder if you can read the last sentence of that paragraph and tell me what that fancy word is when you dig ditches and you save water to have water for your crops. I wonder what that's called. Tell the people at your table. It's a type of technology. Read the next sentence. I wonder what it's called. Go to your notes. Number, where am I going to put technology on? 1F or number 2?
2.
Technology they use, what kind of technology?
Irrigation.
So what word should I write? Technology or irrigation?
Irrigation.
Let's write it. I'm going to write irrigation. Now I had to read a lot of sentences there because what I'm trying to find out is all the technology they used. Where did they finally tell me about this? Did they tell me at the beginning of the paragraph or near the end the technology they used?
Near the end.
So I kept reading because I couldn't figure out what technology did they use. What did they use? I had to wait till the end. Oh my goodness. All right. Now let's write number 3. Let's go back and let's read our notes. Are you guys ready? Where are we? In the southwest region of California, the desert, people had different culture, or they had their own culture. The desert was a harsh, difficult place to live. The tribes used technology to solve their problems with the heat and water. They had agriculture to grow their food so they could farm. They used irrigation to where they dug ditches to save water from streams so they could grow. Tell the people at your table everything. Read your notes to the people at your table. In the southwest, ready, go. In the southwest. Love it. All right, let's come back. Now let's find out, let's read paragraph number 3, the first sentence. Are we ready? Okay, what do we want to find out about their agriculture? We learned about agriculture, but we need to know about their technology so that how they live there. Let's read the next paragraph. Ready, guys? Go. People of the desert southwest use technology to store their crops too. Let's do that again. Ready, go. People of the southwest use technology to store their crops. What were their crops? Store their cotton. Store their corn. Store their
Beans.
Okay, is it telling us how they stored it?
No.
So do I stop reading or do I have to read on?
Read on.
All right, so let's find out today. Right here. Ooh, this is really neat. I'm reading it really quickly, but this is really cool. Okay, ready? Okay, so what are we finding out? How they stored their... Okay, let's find out. Ready, go. Groups such as the Navajo used pottery jars and woven baskets. What would you make pottery out of? Clay. Where do you get the clay from, desert people?
Sand.
Right there from the sand, or do you have to dig deeper? Okay, get the clay. And what are you going to make? What are you going to put in the pot?
Water.
Water? What else?
Food.
What food did they have? Okay, let's go on. Ready? And woven baskets. What are you going to weave the baskets with? Sticks? Weeds? Tall grass? Okay, let's go. To store crops for long periods of time. So let's say it's the hot summer. Do you think they're going to be able to grow when it's really, really hot?
No.
So what are they going to eat?
The stuff that they saved.
And where are they storing it?
In baskets and pots.
Okay, so for number 3, what should I draw here?
Baskets and pots.
Okay, I'm going to draw some baskets. That's a basket. Don't be jealous of my artwork. All right, basket. And what else do I need to have here for number 3? Like a pot, okay. Pottery. And what's inside of them?
Food.
What kind of food? Okay. Cotton, beans, corn. Right. Let's do number 4. So in paragraph number 3, did they tell us about their technology?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
What technology did they use? Baskets and pottery. So were they thinking to solve their problems?
Yes.
And why did they use it to? Okay. All right. Let's do number 4. What are we looking for in number 4? Just where they lived or the technology? Okay, let's do it. Ready, go. The use of Adobe was another important technology in the desert Southwest. So, guys, what is it that we're looking at? Adobe. But do we know what Adobe is?
No.
What do we need to do? Okay, let's do it. Ready, go. Adobe is clay. Give me the clay. Where is it? Ready? Is clay that is baked. Show me baked. Where would they bake something? Okay, let's do it. Ready? Adobe is clay that is baked in the sun to make strong bricks. Show me bricks. What are bricks? And what do you do with bricks? Okay, so far they used the Adobe and that was their technology. They're saying they made these bricks to build something. Do we know what they built? No. So what should I do? Okay, let's read the next one. Ready? Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. So what are we going to find out? The technology of how they live, their culture. Let's find out. What do you think they use bricks for? Let's see if you're fine. Ready? Let's see if you're right. Ready? Go. Some groups used Adobe bricks to construct villages of large apartment-style buildings with many rooms.
That's what I said, home.
Did you already have that?
I said houses.
And what were they? Did a house? Let me have you. Let's go to number 4. Put number 4, our last one.
Apartment is like a house.
Is that using technology to solve your problem so you can live?
Yeah.
To have a place to live?
Yeah.
What kind of place did they live?
An apartment.
It's like an apartment. So what's an apartment? Does one person live there or many people?
Many.
Is there one room or many rooms?
Many rooms. Just thought that I had many rooms.
And what did they use to make that?
Brick.
What kind of brick? Adobe brick. And what's Adobe brick made of?
Clay.
So if you're back in the car, take me to the car. You're driving where? Let's do it, guys. Let's drive in the desert. Go. Turn off the air conditioner. Roll down the window. Your family's going, oh my goodness, it's really what? Hot. And what are you going to say? Oh, there were Native Americans that used to live here. They grew their food because they used? Technology. What kind of technology? What's the technology called?
Irrigation.
Oh, really? What's irrigation?
Farming.
They dug ditches to store the water so they could farm. They farmed? What did they grow? But wait a minute, they couldn't farm all year long. How did they keep all that stuff? Where did they live? You're going to read and see how you're sitting down right here, because if you're sitting down here, you're showing me that you know how to do it. And when we're going to read, we're going to do the following. Are you ready? We're going to read like college students. Watch me. The Southwest Native Americans had a special, you know what, I'm going to write culture here.
That means we have to write it too.
But what did I learn from all this? Yeah, you know what, I'm going to start here. I think I'm going to start with 1F. I'm not going to start up here. I'm going to go right here. The Native Americans that lived in the Southwest had a
Hard time.
but they used technology to solve their problems from the heat and having little water. They had agriculture to grow their food like cotton, beans, and corns. They used irrigation by digging ditches to save water so they could grow their food. They also stored food in baskets and pottery. They made Adobe brick, or they built their apartments out of clay or Adobe bricks. Turn to your buddy and say the whole thing. Go. The Native Americans. All right, everybody stop. Turn your paper over and keep talking, but write it out. The Southwest Native Americans, write it out quickly, just like the high school kids do. Ooh, look how people are already writing. And I hear you talking. Can you keep talking with the person next to you? Yes. Can you keep looking over here at the notes, turning your paper over, reading them? Ooh, look at people reading their notes. The Southwest Native Americans use technology to live. Wow. Keep going. Ooh, I should hear you talking as you're writing. Should you be quiet? No, I should hear you saying it. So go back again, guys. The Southwest Native Americans, what did they use?
Technology.
To do what? So they could do what?
To solve their problems.
Of living where?
In the desert.
Write it down. What's your name? I have the best sentence here. We have the Southwest Native Americans used technology so they could survive in the hot desert. Wow. Love it. Keep going. Don't stop. Ooh, should I hear you talking and reading your notes? You bet. Don't stop. Don't stop. So then as they talk and everything, I can go around and help kids with clarifying or anything else. Okay? Don't stop. Keep going. We're going to have to